Hello out there, and welcome to Trials Fusion. Now, I have played this game before. It's nothing new. I've played it when it first came out, and played it a whole bunch. I really liked it, really fun game, but I found it very difficult to really learn those later maps. The first easy mode, and even the medium difficulty maps are pretty straightforward. You can get through them, you don't find it too terribly difficult. However, as soon as you get to the hard and expert level maps, the difficulty ramps up so quickly, it's just hard to really comprehend what to do. So I've decided to recently come back and play through Trials from the beginning and show you what it would be like to learn from the beginning. Now, like I said, I have played this before, so it's not my first time going through it. I will have experience. I'll have a lot easier time on some of these maps than you will your first time, but I'll be making, you'll see where I'll fail, and it'll be things that you yourself will have done and wonder, oh, so that's what he did here. It's not going to be someone going through a speed run or what have you, and just being perfect every single time, because when you watch someone like that and you see them just go through it so easily, and some of the later maps in a minute, and you're spending, 20-30 minutes timing out, hitting the death limit on these maps, you feel really not good at it. So this is my Welcome to Trials Fusion series. This is the first part. I've done the first 5 maps for Greenhorn Grove for you right here. You'll see. It's my first time doing it. I'm unlocking the medals. I haven't played in a while, so I'm a bit rusty, but as I go, hopefully I'll get better and be able to learn with you how to play. So, already onto the second map, Waterworks. These maps are not hard. The big trick to them when you're first playing is learning how to use the baggie, which is a pretty bored bike. I wouldn't worry about trying to get gold or mastering these maps with the baggie. Just get enough medals to get the next bike and be able to come back, because any bike is better than the baggie. Even on some maps, the bicycle will be better than the baggie. It's just not a good bike. Yeah, that's all there is to it. You'll see my previous times on here are much better from other bikes, other things. There's not a whole lot of tricks to this game. You just kind of balance. It's very simple, very straightforward. Just balance your bike and hit the gas. But the way you got to combine these things later in the games becomes very, very tricky. Now, there's not a whole much here. I don't know what to say. Just keeping your balance and making sure your bike is facing the same direction as the ground. So if the ground is flat, you want to have your bike land basically flat. If your ground is facing down, you want to have your bike facing down, the ground's facing up, you want to land at an upwards angle. You don't want to bounce off your front wheel or your back wheel too hard. Another thing to remember is that these are rear-wheel drive bikes. The back wheel provides all the thrust, so later when you find yourself landing, you want to land on your back wheel if you need to quickly move again, if it's a very small platform, or you're going to land at a weird angle. Learning how to land on your back wheel properly and keep that energy going is going to be another big thing that you'll have to learn, so you can see ground facing at an angle, you want to put at the angle, so that way you don't, just land hard and come to a stop. If you're really unlucky, your body will just sink through your bike and touch the ground. Keeping the momentum going is a big thing. Ramps are very tricky, especially when trying to go vertical. And they become more vertical in the future. Hopefully, not a lot of you are having terrible difficulty with these maps. You can see they're rather short. And videos 6 minutes-ish long. So you can get through the first 5 minutes in about a little under a minute each. They're not hard. I'm sure many people go through on their actual first time with 0 or 1 fault once they get the hang of the controls. Trials Fusion was the first Trials game for me. I hadn't played Trials Evolution or Trials HD. I had seen people play them and heard how much fun it was. And so when there wasn't a whole lot on the PlayStation 4, I'm playing on some PlayStation 4 by the way. When there wasn't a whole lot out on PlayStation 4, I decided to buy this and play it. And so now I'm making a video for you guys. I know it's a little late, but I'm sure there are people who are playing it now for the first time, or still having trouble, and this will really help you go through it. You can see my friends doing much better than me on the baggie. The baggie is just a bad bike. A lot of it comes down to it has no speed. So on these maps, if you find yourself struggling with a jump or landing, a lot of it might have to come to do with you don't have enough speed. Maintaining momentum with the baggie is really not easy. It has no acceleration, no get up and go. Just can't do a whole lot with it. Try to, yeah, see, I just crashed. So try to, keep it straight, not terribly complicated or over and. Sorry. Hold on a second. So anyway, as I was saying, you don't want to overcomplicate things or try to do tricks or things like that because you've already unlocked the next event. I think that's where you can unlock the next spike, but I thought, let's go ahead do the last track anyway. Just knock that out of the way before I worry about trying to do the next event or anything like that. Yeah, there's only one track left. These tracks, again, are not long, not hard. You can do this. Just make sure to go through with patience and just don't try to overcorrect. Don't do large turning movements left or right. Just kind of flip this the thumbstick a little bit in each direction. You don't want to just turn rapidly one way or the other. You want to kind of just tease it left, tease it right, lean forward and backwards. Very rarely will you have to make very large adjustments. You want to make them in very small, controlled motions. If you try to push too quickly in one direction, you're going to turn, you're going to overcorrect and try to correct back and not have enough time. Also keep in mind that each bike you unlock isn't necessarily a better bike. So look, when you get the Roach, well, anything's better than the Baggy, but the next bike you unlock is there's going to be different maps. There's going to be the Roach and there's going to be the Viper as your two main bikes, and they're not always going to be the best one to use. One is used for flipping and very precise maneuvers, and the other is when you need more speed and heavy handling. So hopefully this will help you. If you really like it, please comment. I'll try to put up more videos, and if you really like it, I'll keep making more. I'll do welcome series for other games where I show you how to play and go through it with you from the beginning, and hopefully teach you. So yeah, see you next time. Thanks.